What's crack? It's VangelinaSkov. It's currently 11:45, so 11:45 p.m. and I've had a little bit too much wine, but today we're going to be talking about YouTuber drama and TikToker drama. Just internet drama in general. That's generally what I cover. This is a terrible intro. Anyway, specifically, we're going to be talking about the situation with James Charles, Charli D'Amelio, and Trisha Paytas, and a little bit Dixie D'Amelio, and for some reason, Jeffree Star. Even though nobody involved him, he sort of involved himself. Also, I am aware that my voice broke there for a second. We're just going to ignore that and move on, okay? Great, thank you. Anyway, you may or may not have heard that there is some drama going on, specifically with Charli, Trisha, and James. So today I'm just going to be giving you a brief overview of what's actually going on so you can make sense of what people are talking about on Twitter. That's basically the gist of my videos. Anyway, before we get into that, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications when I upload, and if you would like to, you can also check out the Patreon or the memberships with the links in the description. Thanks. Anyway, on to the video. So a couple of days ago, a video came out with Charli and Dixie D'Amelio and their family having dinner, and James Charles was also present. And this video had a lot of people pretty mad because they were claiming that Dixie and Charli were entitled and spoiled because of the way that they were behaving. Specifically, Charli had said to James that she wished she had gotten 100 million subscribers or followers, whatever they're called, on TikTok a year after she had gotten her first 10 million, which would have already happened. So she was saying she wished she had already gotten 100 million followers on TikTok. And people were saying that this was really entitled. She was acting like a brat. She was acting unhappy with her following that she already had. And along with all of that, they were also saying that Dixie was being really rude to the private chef that the family had hired. And Charli also asked this same chef for dino nuggets. Sorry, sometimes I hear the words that are coming out of my mouth and I just cannot believe sometimes that this is what I'm talking about. People asking private chefs for dino nuggets. Anyway, so people got very mad about this and they were mostly mad at Charli, and as a result she lost about 1 million followers, a bit over 1 million followers as I'm recording this, in a couple of days. And she also received a lot of negative attention, and as a result of this she went live crying basically that people had been really mean to her. She'd been receiving death threats, all because of this one video where she had made a comment about not having 100 million followers on TikTok and for asking for dino nuggets. Anyway, she did make some points in that live that there were grown adults attacking her and actually threatening her because of this video, because of the things that she had said in that video, and for people thinking that she was entitled and bratty. Keep in mind that Charli is actually underage. She is a child and should be treated as such. Now, this is sort of anecdotal, but there has been speculation and some claims by some people that this whole video was staged and that the private chef was part of it and that they had planned to be rude to the chef just to make the video more entertaining. And I'll be 100% honest, when I saw this video and I saw people talking about it, my immediate thought was, oh, but that's staged, that's acted out. None of this stuff is ever real. So personally, I would be of the opinion that this probably was staged. It might not be, although the comment about not reaching 100 million was probably not staged, but you have to ask how much can you really read into a comment like that. Anyway, after that, for some reason, Trisha Paytas got involved and she started making TikToks about this whole situation, basically poking fun at Charli and started dragging her. And actually Dixie got involved as well by making a TikTok dancing to Trisha saying the N-word to make fun of Trisha in response to Trisha making fun of Charli. This is a very convoluted situation. Anyway, as well as sort of coming for Charli, Trisha also started talking about James, because James had allegedly subtweeted Trisha saying a 30-year-old dragging a 16-year-old and saying how disgusting it was the way people were treating Charli. To which Trisha had responded in a TikTok saying that, well, you are 21 hanging around with a 16-year-old, this is gross, things like that. So I'll show you that TikTok now so you can actually see what she said.
Oh, had to come back because our favorite forever victims, James Charles, subtweeted this about me, 30-plus-year-old dragging someone half their age. Hey, You young kids and kittens, the reason why you're so rich is because people talk about you. I'm allowed to comment on people I've never even met before. I wasn't a 30-year-old being friends with you, James, underage. You are also 21 years old, friends with an underage minor. Tati took advantage of you by being friends with you. You're doing that with Charli. I haven't been friends with you. I haven't been friends with Charli. I am not friends with a minor. I am simply someone on social media giving comments. And just because you don't like me, James. Charli also came after me because those words were exactly the words that came out of your mouth. Keep my name out of your mouth. I'm going to keep talking about you. As long as you're on social media, people are open for criticism. There's no hate. There's no bullying. There's no foul misconduct, except for you being friends with a 16-year-old girl. Ew.
Now, as it turned out, James was having none of this. And this morning, when I looked at Twitter first thing in the morning, which I don't normally do, but for some reason this morning I did it, while in bed, I turned on Twitter and I saw a video of James, and admittedly, I had to watch it twice. I still didn't understand what he was saying because he was talking so fast, and I realized I needed coffee before I could watch it. So I had my coffee and then I watched it again and I understood what he was saying. So in this TikTok that he made, he came for Trisha. He was not having any of her drama. He does not want to be involved. And he basically said, yes, I am hanging around with Charli and their whole family because I want to help them. I want to be a mentor. And me and Charli have something in common, which is that we both came to the spotlight at a very young age. Basically saying that he's trying to help her through this because it is a difficult experience. And then went on to talk about all the reasons that Trisha is, in his opinion, famous or has a following. And that, according to him, is because she has done blackface. She said Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy. She voted for Trump. She offended the trans community. She offended the DID community. And he listed a wealth of other things that she has done wrong. And he snapped, and oh my god, this video, nobody has torn into Trisha this badly. And a lot of people have said a lot of mean things about Trisha. I will be honest though, the reason that this caught my attention mostly was because he mentioned the DID drama, which is something you guys know I've been very not involved in, but I've been involved in covering. But this was a very strong statement from him that he just does not want anything to do with her, in his words, inputting herself into drama or into other people's situations. And he also mentions the friends that she hangs around with. But instead of me paraphrasing everything, I'm just going to show you what James said so you can see it for yourself. It is very fast. I'm not going to slow it down or anything because it might just be annoying if you've already seen it, but if you don't get it the first time, you can just replay it and watch it again.
To insinuate that the relationship between Charli and I is anything other than just a friendship is absolutely disgusting. I don't need Charli, and Charli does not need me. I became friends with the D'Amelio family as a whole very, very early on because this is all very, very new to them, and I wanted to be a friend and a mentor in any way that I possibly could. And Charli and I, despite not being the same age, had one thing in common, which was coming to the spotlight at a very, very young age. This is something that Trisha has never experienced because the only reason she is in the spotlight is because she has said racist things. She said the N-word, she's done blackface, she offended the trans community, she offended the DID community, she said Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy, voted for Trump, and has started a fight with about every single other creator on this platform. You are in no position to be talking about me and my career, so I highly recommend that you stop starting fights with people that are half your age, pack it up, and work on holding yourself and your best friends around you because they and you are the problem.
So there has, after this, been some back and forth on TikTok, not actually between James and Trisha, because James seems like he just really does not want to get involved with this. It seems like he doesn't want to play the game that Trisha wants to play. But there has been some, maybe not even back and forth. There's been some TikToks by Trisha. And there's also been a TikTok from Jeffree, Jeffree Star, which people have alluded to that maybe this is referring to this drama with Trisha and James and Charli. So he doesn't say which drama he's talking about, which people he's talking about, but he claims that people have been bringing him up. But a lot of people have said that nobody has brought him up in any situations lately. So it's kind of up for debate what he's talking about there. But again, people have said that maybe he's talking about this drama. But even if he is, nobody's really brought him up. So it could be due to the fact that he's had such low views lately. His most recent video didn't reach 1 million views, and a lot of people have been talking about that. So it's possible that maybe he's panicking about that. He wants to stay relevant by getting involved in drama. That is pure speculation, but that is one theory. Anyway, that's sort of the brief gist of what's going on. There are other little bits of arguments here and there, but they're not really worth getting into. Anyway, do let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. What do you think about what James had to say about Trisha? What do you think about what Trisha had to say about James? Do you think there was anything malicious behind what Charli said, or was she just making a throwaway comment? And do you think Jeffree Star is just trying to insert himself into drama? Anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me for now. So as I said at the start of the video, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications when I upload. And you can also follow me on social media. Before I go, I also want to say that I will be announcing the winner of the giveaway in a couple of hours, probably maybe even when this video goes up. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up. I'm going to edit it like immediately because it's currently after 12 o'clock. So I'm going to be announcing it on Twitter and Instagram. So if you want to see if you won or you want to know who won, then you can just check the socials. Check my socials. Is that something that people say? Maybe if they're 40, I don't know. Anyway, like, comment, share, and do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of a video. And have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.